so I'm gonna be muted a little bit.
All right, well that's cool. It means give other people.
Mine are in the background as well, so
Yeah. I'll unmute and join the conversation. Just wanted to give the
heads up.
give the warning, you know.
Yeah. If we hear some people,
Very nice.
beautiful. All right, well, welcome to Happy Hour, where we are happy for this 1 hour. For the rest of our lives, we just think about other things. That was really bad. That was bad.
Pretty much expect that though. 1 hour, 1 hour a week.
Yeah, just one hour. We have
That's all you get, son.
That's it. We should really do more, but because people are all over the world doing this, but
Sure.
it's we're not quite there yet. That requires like a staff of people to do that. Oh, wait, sorry. I was off doing something else. Everyone can speak. You get to speak. And you get to speak.
You get an invite.
If you can, obviously. What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the happiest hour around. Yeah.
The Oprah invites.
Yeah.
Just don't let Boozy up. Leave Boozy down there.
Well, he's probably fiat mining right now, and can only like nod your head if you're safe. Blink twice. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. So, how's everybody doing? How's this week? Looks like we broke stacks again, so it's always good to know.
I got a lot of slack when I said a comment on that. That apparently it was more on Hero and the APIs, but I've seen a lot of back and forth on that. Either way, it seems like it sort of got broken, but it seems like it wasn't as much the blockchain, but more of the issues came from the APIs that were saying transactions were pending or submitted when they actually went through, and that just caused pain with new people.
Pain. We should dive into this because this is like the second time that Megapont has done something like this. And
Shattering stacks.
Well, that
for free.
Yeah. for giving out a free mint, and just shutting the system down. And I love it personally. It's so much fun. It's a little crazy, and Rawion, you can attest to this how frantic it makes you.
Oh, dude, I've had a whole like Phosphorus has heard me talking about this. I've had like a whole deep philosophical life revelation because of how the whole free mint went. I was like, I do not want to be this person. Like at a whole moment the day after the mint, but that was crazy.
Well, yeah. What did you learn?
I mean, long story short, we've heard about the mint, and I just went full degen, made a bunch of accounts in my wallet, and tried to get as many as I could, and all of them failed except for one claim. So I got 2 steady lads, and then I was complaining about it in a bunch of different places, and I complained about it in Ape Village, and Mark was like, no, like, you guys suck. Everyone was only supposed to get 2, but you're all plebs and you're all greedy, and you take the fun out of it. And then he was like, just went off, and I was like, shit. Like, I agree with him. I think he's right. That is the truth, and I had a whole brain blast about greed and do I want to be a greedy person, and I don't think that I do. But that doesn't mean you can't be a greedy person. It just means that's not what I want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I did make a bunch of extra wallets, and I got more than 2. I can admit that.
Well, you should feel bad about yourself. I don't know what
Okay, this is not a shame culture here. We're not going to shame people.
This is not. I think it is Mark, and he even said beforehand. He just said, if I catch one person with one wallet being or 10 wallets being all funded from the same wallet,
Yeah.
you'll get in trouble. So that was sort of the boundary. So everyone knew that anything beyond that would be more of a public shaming, I believe.
Right.
Which sounds like I missed that in the 8 Village, but sounds like MRK laid that upon you.
Dude, he said that several times. Like I attended, like I was in there the whole time, and he's just like raking everybody over the coals for degenerating over free mint.
Yeah.
I mean,
Although,
I get
I
like
get
there
it.
was like several people though, like that did mint several, and then they just gave them out. And I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
That's
I
cool.
can see that. I can see that being cool.
Somebody minted 50 of them.
Nay, really?
Yeah, and that was like somebody just like pulled a spreadsheet or something right after, like the morning after the mint happened, and it was like one account had 50 of them in there. So it's like that's not even after everyone consolidated all of the ones that they minted in all their different accounts, you know. So there might even be someone with more.
Yeah, probably.
And you have to think of the artists and the team and the reason why they're doing it. It's to grow the community, to grow their brand, to introduce more people to the Stacks ecosystem. So when degens, or greedy degens, I should say, who have the technical skills or the work ethic to try to mint out free mints, it kind of defeats the purpose of their hard work of making 10,000 of them and minting them for free. So I think that's probably, I mean, I would understand why Mark and others get frustrated.
100%.
Right. And I was about to learn how to contract mint and like do the whole thing, and then I was like, I didn't, luckily. Then because like after the fact, I was like, why was I going so hard when like my first mint was a free mint and I loved it and I got my first NFT for free and it was awesome. I could have just robbed somebody of that, you know? Like that's what got me spiraling into like self-realization mode, you know?
Yep. I maybe had that a few months ago, but I think, yeah, at the same time, some people, and there's been plenty of mints that on Stacks and elsewhere that are free mints, and no one ends up minting them. They don't mint out, or it takes forever, and then the whole community feels disappointed. So it went fast, and I think, you know, most people got them. It seemed like a lot of new people got them, and it seems like everyone was really happy with them. So I think overall it was, and the network was a little slower than I mean, definitely slow. We kind of broke the network to some extent, but versus the last one, I think it was a lot faster. Might have just been my experience, but it seemed like everyone got theirs in a relatively decent pace if they put a custom 1 stack fee.
Yeah, that was the key on those.
Yeah, I think that's where I screwed up, was the gas fees. I did not put enough gas on those at all, and then they all failed.
Yeah, hopefully Hero fixes that like soon and just becomes a little more like MetaMask. And I know they don't want, where it automatically adjusts and provides a suggested gas fee.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it might look bad that there's such fluctuation and that we can't say it's that people don't go on and always see that it's a 0.003 stacks fee or something, but it's just, it would be nice if it was more apparent. But I suppose hyperchains hopefully should solve for that whenever there's a very high volume event, they'll use hyperchains for that and then settle it on the Stacks blockchain. I suppose that's the solution.
Does anybody here know much about hyperchains? Like when that arrives, how are we going to move from what we're doing currently today?
I have no idea.
Gotcha. I was just wondering, like, are we gonna, burn what's on, like the current NFTs and bridge across, or okay?
No, I don't think so. I can't speak 100% for it. I'm not Manib, but I believe it will be for specific event, like for new events and new mints and new things going forward. You can choose as a developer to deploy it on a hyperchains environment or to deploy it on just the main chain Stacks environment. So if you know it's going to be a very high volume thing within a short time frame, you can choose to deploy it on that, and then everything just settles back on the stacks like normal. It'd be more like, it would feel like the same experience, but you would just get a few extra things of, instead of being in micro block and then in anchor block, it would be, confirmed in hyper chains and then confirmed in anchor block. And I think that's how it would show just from the user experience. To the best of my knowledge, I guess we'll see in a few months, hopefully.
Yeah,
So
hopefully
find out.
by the next time Megapod wants to put out another 10,000.
It's gonna be
Sounds like
20
it's in.
next time.
Yeah, it sounds like it's in testnet now, and should be. I mean, I think August, and July or August. I mean, I knew June, July was supposed to be testing mode, and that seems to be on target. So hopefully, in the fall or sometime in the near future, there will be another very high volume stacks event to get everyone excited and blowing up the chain.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful.
Yeah. Did you all see Mark's presentation
On Twitch?
on Twitch? Yeah.
Yes.
That was good. I thought it was awesome.
Caught most of it, but was busy onboarding some people at the same time. So
okay.
Volume went down for a while, and then screens went up. But I saw the slides; it was all pretty slick.
Yeah. I thought it was awesome that he was like, "Hey, we lost track of what we were doing. We fucked up, And then he goes, "Here's where we fucked up," and he listed out all of the ways that they failed, which I thought was awesome that he was owning up to it. I was a big fan of that moment. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really good to put stuff like that back in perspective. Get back to your roots type thing.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm excited for whatever they got going on. I'm a fan. Especially when you keep doing big mints like this to get more and more people in. I think that's awesome. Because the question is, how do you get new people in? How do you walk them through the process? How do you show how easy it is?
Free mints are the coolest, I think. I mean, with Wapes and with Steady Lads, it's there's a free mint that you're able to flip. But I think just having a free mint, even if it's just something basic, utility or something like that, that'd be an awesome way to get people involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's an artist, and I will find her in a second because I have her NFT. But she's very similar, in style, to Grace High, and she's a well-established artist. And she did a really cool free mint that was a 24-hour. I think it was there might have been a limit on it. It might have been 50,000 or something, but it basically almost everyone who wanted it seemed they didn't have a number on when they were minting out, and just people were just minting the heck out of them. And it was a blank one, and then it was a flower that they updated the metadata over it was over Easter. It ended up blooming as its full thing over Easter for that week, and then it ended up dying, and now it's just a memory. I think that's what it's called, the NFT in your wallet. It's something just a memory. But she did that free mint, but her also her full pieces where people can actually see the art now that it's gone out of their wallets forever after the flower bloomed is selling for 10 ETH, 20 ETH or whatever. So there are some really cool individual artists who do free mints who have their main art selling for a bunch, and they just kind of tease people with the free mint by updating the metadata and it kind of changing and then it disappearing. And then if you really like that, you go back and get their, buy a piece from their 50 of 50 collection or something like that. I think it'd be really fun to see. I mean, the tools will be there eventually, and I think it's as people, and then the network will be able to handle it easier. And I'm sure Gamma will continue to build more and more creator tools to do stuff like that. But I think it'd be really fun to see innovative things like that the whole community could enjoy over months of maybe 2-3 months where the metadata is updated once a week. And it kind of the free mint NFT changes. I just think things like that, engaging people on chain, would really impress new people to Stacks. If they came and that was their first NFT, and they got to witness, it evolve over time, versus it just being there. But
Yeah, like an experience.
because I think we have the creative people, we have all the talent, and we have all the technical talent for sure. It's just kind of making it happen, and then making sure it actually gets to 10,000 people,
Right.
or 5,000 or so. Mostly new, and of course, all the existing people who can want to participate, but a lot of new.
Yeah, I want to see how many individual holders they have of the Steady Lads. How many do we all get?
Of the Steady Lads? Are you doing it?
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
Okay. It'd be interesting to know, like, for sure. But
Yeah.
like you said, like somebody already noted that the consolidation probably hasn't happened, so it's like
Right. I still got one sitting in a different wallet.
yeah.
Right now it says it's 4,000 owners for 10,000 items.
Right. It's just like everybody's still
Yeah.
while it's still separated. Because I looked and it was like almost 5K people when I checked.
But how much would you guys guess new people came in? I definitely saw a bunch of new folks in the Discord. If you guys had to put a number, guys and gals, on a number on it, what would you think for the Steady Village? Couple hundred?
I don't even know.
That are new to Stacks, like fully setting up their hero wallet and everything for the first time. I guess you probably could see somehow.
Yeah, I wonder.
That's gonna be kind of hard to know right away, because like everybody generated like 10 or 20 new wallets. It sounds like. Well, funded, it could be different. Like, what you really need is a new wallet that was funded from like StealthX or from Coinbase or something like that. If you could filter those out, you could kind of get a pretty good idea, probably.
And I guess even less on chain and more just how many community members do you think joined? People who are just new.
Really tough for me to figure
just
out.
Wonder just estimates. 30, 40. I feel like I know, yeah. There was quite a few people who were getting handheld in the Discord of setting up their hero, or doing things, getting stacks sent. So those definitely aren't fakes. Hopefully, they have great experiences and stick around. But
yeah, the experience really needs to get ironed out, probably to really attract, especially like if we're talking about like ETH users or something. Because God, man, like I kid around in stacks periods with people asking about things. I say is 30 seconds to 30 minutes finality, but like, and a lot of times that isn't the chain. That's the hero wallet reporting. That it's pending or something, but it's actually not pending. I think y'all already brought that up.
Yeah, I agree with you, but like shit, I've been kind of onboarding people here for the last like 2 years, and the last like couple of this last mint, I was so impressed with how easy it was compared to like a few years. Especially you can buy it on Coinbase. Like the hero is much simpler, but yeah, it'll continue to get better. And I think there was definitely a lot of pressure put on some of the hero folks on Twitter. There were some people that seemed to put them on blast about that. So, the more it's communicated, sometimes they need to be put on blast to come out and communicate how it's being solved so that the people can hear and know.
I look at that kind of stuff like when I know it's like hero and like not the chain. Like my 9 to 5, I'm a cloud infrastructure engineer, and it's really appalling sometimes to see like stuff like that break, during those events, because as a engineer, cloud engineer, which that's what they're doing. They're running everything in the cloud. It's not that difficult.
Yeah.
To deal with that kind of, especially if you already know it's coming, and it's like, come on.
Right. Like they should have known. They should have known this was happening. You tell them, man. You tell them.
I'm gonna go get them.
Yeah. I'll DM some people right now. Fix it.
I'm gonna write a letter.
I'm gonna send it via carrier pigeon to their house.
Yeah, what congressman do I need to reach out to get Stacks to get their ducks in a row? Whose mom do I have to email?
Right. Did somebody mention Grace? I can't wait for her stuff to mint out.
Yeah, her stuff is fantastic.
Is it still minting?
There's 4 left, and I'm
4?
just like, there's 4, and
4.
I got like number 6, which I think is like I think there was 5 pre-minted. I actually don't know why they were pre-minted. It's probably somewhere, but I actually was going to try to get like one of these last 4. I think if I saw one more go, I might grab one. But there's only 4 left, so it's really exciting.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I need to check what number I got.
I'm just poor.
I know. Like I have this. I keep telling people, I was like, I want to get a pont, and I have this like fund that like I keep like putting together for a pont, and then like something like Grace comes along, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make up for this soon.
Right. Right.
It's perpetual though. I never make it up.
Right. I just keep buying like either my friend's art or like stuff that I think is cool, but like that doesn't help me make any more stacks. I'm literally just spending money, like
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm not great at this. I just want to buy cool shit all the time.
Yeah, I'm trying to save up for Omega Pont, and I keep buying something and then I'll list it forever what the floor price is for Megapont. Hopefully somebody will buy
I've
it.
done that. I've done that one.
It's not worked yet.
You just have a bunch of like real cheapo NFTs that you're
Yes.
listing for the price of a pont.
Yes.
We're doing algebra to see if I can afford it. If these 3 sell.
I know. I did do the math. I was like, if I sell all of mine, is that still enough? Like, is that also something I want to do? It's like, oh man.
Right, yeah.
'Cause
I think like I have like some crash punks and stuff, like one with the warrior helmet and stuff like that. And I'm just like, if I sell like a couple of these, I can get it, but then I can't bring myself to sell it like that one yet. I keep saying yet. It's like never comes to fruition here. Like, just quit hoarding and let it go, man.
I mean, I did buy a parrot because of you. So,
Dude, I'm gonna tell you something. One of my biggest reasons I'm collecting like these one of ones and stuff like that is because there's gonna be a really cool way to look at them here pretty soon. I'm really excited.
Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, there's something you can share. Sounds like there is.
Not much more than what we've already announced. Being able to run around the little gallery. I'm trying to make sure like the controls and stuff like that. I was talking to I don't know if I mentioned it just in the chat with Kaylee, like how like I am a born gamer. Like I came out of my mother's womb like with WSAD keys, and a mouse and stuff like that. And it's like I was like I was worried that people may not feel as comfortable running around the gallery. It's that we're building. So I'm making sure stuff like your simple arrow keys and your mouse work, and I'm trying to keep like controls very basic. Like you're not going to need to like run around and use items and stuff like that. It's not like an actual game. It's a gallery. You run around and look at your art. So those are some of the things, and we're trying to switch to using a lot of Gamma's APIs. I had built the initial one, like that you see in the video. That's I built all that, but it doesn't stay up to date. Like if I go buy something new and then hop in the gallery, you wouldn't see it until I refresh my database. So we're trying to kind of make things a little bit more fluid there. But yeah, hopefully soon we'll have some more either footage or some news on that.
It
never
looks
know
how-
awesome.
Yeah, it's I've been like I don't know if y'all have read my little blurb on the Stack Spirit site. I've been playing with building games for almost a decade now, but I've never really, when I had my son years ago, him and I started building just little crappy games just to play, and we would record ourselves like falling or something like and just like put them in like these little games and stuff, and now it's like it's all coming together, as a real product, and it's really fun to just kind of put all this experience that I've built up as a hobby over these years into something that we're really going to be able to use and have fun with.
Yeah, that's awesome. It looks really cool from what we've been able to see. Are you gonna have like, how you can? There's like VR sites, like you can like on your Oculus, you can just go to a website on your browser and it's like VR ready. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
Are you not allowed to tell us?
So I said something in our chat the other day, and then one of our team members was like we got to keep some things under wraps. So if you scroll back and see what I said, it says that is possible. That's all I'm saying. That that's all I can say.
I may or may not go and scroll back, or I may or may not put on my Oculus and go find out.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's Oculus ready out the gate.
Yeah.
But it is something that's certainly possible. That's what I said in the chat.
Yeah, that's so sick. Running
Yeah.
to get a parrot. And see, now I got to get a parrot. And
What's NFA, yo? I mean, it's like I don't want to be like, hey, I bought like all the parrots that were on the store, and now I can't.
Yeah.
My child's food. Just it's exciting. I haven't had this much fun in a long time, as far as especially coding, and that's all I do is pretty much coding. The 3D work, I've built everything out that you see in Unity. I was doing mostly 2D games up till, I built like this little prototype that got shared around, and when Eli saw it, he was just like, "Hey, let's talk for a second." And then I had actually had almost no exposure to Stacks Parrots up till then. I was fairly new in this ecosystem as of late last year. What is it? Moonray is what got my attention on Stacks. So yeah, it's when I learned about parrots and stuff, and we started diving into what could or couldn't be done. We kind of picked this up and ran with it, and I think it's going to be really enjoyable for everybody.
I definitely think it's going to be enjoyable. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to be able to display your NFTs this way, because I do want to we harken back to that thing that if you buy these things, they don't have to be pretty, but it's very nice if they are, and we want to showcase them like that. Like Longstreet said, he's not here, but Longstreet said, in his episode, he's making art for our one day future digital online galleries.
Yeah. Well, it's so fun. Like I'll give you this, that when I run around mine, and you what's going to be interesting is you'll be able to, like, I have EOM.btc. You'll be able to link someone that doesn't even have a wallet. They'll be able to actually run around it. So, that's all stated on our site. I think in the thing that you'll be able to send people to your gallery, which is so when I'm running around them, it's so much nicer than scrolling through a page. And if you saw the there's an announcement we did the other day where I took a little video of me getting the video player working inside the gallery, which is really cool too, because then you can just click play on the I have a audio resin
Yeah.
NFT, and it's really fun because you turn the music on, just run around your gallery.
I think, and that's where, yeah, that's so cool. I want to be able to run around, see it. Maybe we can all host parties there one day. Who knows?
Oh yeah.
Question.
There just needs to be a happy hour bar.
Right.
Yes.
Just make a
like that
cheers
idea.
bar. Everyone gets
Best
their
idea.
Yes.
So I'm assuming you'll be able to choose which, like, to hide NFTs from your gallery. Is
Good
that
question.
So
a thing?
that would be
Or
like
duplicates or just things of that?
So I thought
Thinking-
about that with like the monkey crates, like when I load up like Eli's wall or something like that, and I don't have any monkey crates, but when I saw that, I was like, okay, this does need to either all consolidate into one or just hide them. Like, who cares? We're not here to display the crates, right? So, I will be taking some of that into account. I mean, there are some NFTs that have like really either weird metadata or like BNS names. The metadata on those is not something you can just easily display. But you could do something like what Gamma already does, is just kind of show an image for it. But there are certainly things that maybe won't either display just due to not wanting to see them like those. But like I was having trouble like showing like videos for video NFTs, like the audio resin, what is it, the monkey coin, things like that. But I've since built out a way to see those comfortably. So yeah, I do want to bring user preferences to the gallery, but it probably won't launch with that.
Cool. Yeah, because
you need to have like the gallery and then like a janitor's closet in your art gallery.
I like that idea.
Just shove things in the closet.
Because like I have a bunch of
that would be
Megapont components that are like, obviously I wouldn't want them on the wall.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I definitely want my space whale on the wall, and
For
a few
sure.
other, fine art pieces that I have.
Yeah. We'll probably I'll have to look at those. I haven't I don't have any components, so I haven't really tested it beyond I've got like 3 or 4 wallets that I've been testing, but I think one of the more recent updates that no one's seen is that the rooms now scale to basically the wallet size. So like it's kind of rudimentary right now, but we can build on it later. But what's really nice is like it's that one room that you see in there, but a doorway kind of behind you opens up to other copies of that room with your other NFTs. So it's not like you're confined to only showing 60 NFT. Each room shows about 60 NFTs, I think, right now.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm so excited.
That's so sick.
I feel like we've been waiting for it, knowing it's possible, seeing other chains have it, and I'm like, I want one.
Can I get one?
Can I have one of those?
Can I get it?
Did any of y'all see I don't know, it seemed like they were making a pretty big deal about it, the Cardano community, about how they built the technical capabilities to send all digital assets from wallet to wallet. Right. I was wondering if we do that on Stacks. Yeah, I guess so you can buy someone's full collection if you want, or you could just or if you wanted to just switch or send it somewhere else, you can do it. You could also list it and buy it also. I don't know. There was a lot of people were giving him crap because they're like, this isn't that big a deal. I don't know why you guys are celebrating it like it's the biggest thing since sliced bread, but I thought it could be kind of cool to at least just have that technical capability built in Stacks so you could do it. It would be interesting, and it would be a cool kind of what I was getting at with it was you could curate a wallet or an ID or an identity on Gamma and kind of do that, but then you could also people could buy that full, that collection of, and with the gallery sort of thing, you could buy it if you wanted, someone could walk through, Boozy's gallery, or I mean, Boozy's an artist, that isn't it? Rawion's gallery, and just be like, I love this entire thing. I want to buy it for 50,000 stacks, and they just, since Rawion listed it for that, or they put a bid, or you can just immediately with one transaction buy it all. I just thought it could be cool, and that this kind of made me think of that.
Yeah, it feels like that functionality should exist, but it's also giving me like flashbacks to World of Warcraft. Somebody just like gets in your account, sends it all somewhere else, and
True.
I say, like, oh,
I mentioned that to Eli that I would like to see like Gamma or this marketplaces support like bundles. That would sort of kind of like OpenSea does. That would sort of solve for that, and then that might be something, because that will be if you do a bundle, you're just basically wrapping several NFTs in one smart contract. I guess you could show that as its own like little showroom. But yeah, that'd be down the road.
Yeah, it'll be cool. I'm sure Jamil and Eli and crew will make it all happen in
Right.
time. It's definitely not, and definitely shouldn't be a priority for them right now, because there's definitely not demand, or it might kind of just look like if they did it and made a big announcement about it and like 2 people used it or something, it could look
For
a little
sure.
like they're not focusing on what matters. Kind of like why people are laughing at the Cardano community about that. But anyway, I think it'd be really fun to do. And then part of the reason why I was thinking of it was I was listening to Jamil talk. I mean, he's talked about it a million times, but just about making Gamma more of like this digital identity place along with the marketplace. And I was just thinking of, people curating things around that, like themes of wallets and themes of whether it's a fine art wallet or it's just like a degen sort of PFP type, collection. You can divvy up your collection with different wallets and different, names, for example, like Teflon's fine art or Teflon's PFPs .btc.
Yeah.
I could totally.
We just get MySpace,
The Louvre. That's what my wallet's gonna be.
That's sick.
Do you have that BTC name?
No, but I'm thinking about it now.
You should get it right now.
You should get it right now. Yeah.
I'm in the car for 3 more hours. Everyone back off.
Well, I know what's going on auction later.
Yeah.
Just need like the Web3 version of the MySpace profile where I can add my tunes and put a sparkly GIF on the background. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't know how much time I spent customizing my MySpace page back then.
All problems were solved on the MySpace page.
Just copy pasting code for days.
It's like MySpace, GeoCities, all this. Learning HTML.
This is a random subject change, but did anybody get any grafters?
For Nonish?
Oh, yeah.
How did you guys make out on
Teflon's
those?
loaded with them.
I missed it.
Is loaded, I think.
Yo,
right?
Somebody, whoever copped my 1 of 1, freaking has got like 30. I'm like, who is this?
I don't know. I feel like there's probably people in this call that have a bunch, but
yeah,
I need to go shake whoever, shake the
grafters
hand
are
of
great
whoever
art.
got mine.
And I think like, getting the non-ish obviously before then, or I mean anyone getting it was a free mint, but that's like ground floor of that project basically. Like it's about to mint out, and you got the free mint. Like it's gonna be a pretty fun next year, I think. I don't think Ronan's slowing it down.
I think we're only encouraging him. He's
Oh
yeah, Prism, you're here. Go ahead.
No, we got a lot planned. I think it's interesting to see some of the newer projects drop and follow the same roadmap as what worked during the bull market, but I don't think that's working anymore. So, our biggest asset is Ronin, and the art he puts out is amazing. So why not do all this fun stuff? We're going to work the grafters in a little bit more. So stay tuned on that. If you have grafters that you think have special traits, you don't see them too often in the collection, probably want to hold on to those. But we got a lot more planned for those grafters. If anyone here on the call did not get one, just DM me, and you'll see them pop up. There's one in GMRH today. They'll be in Hooch and Indigo and Parrots, Gamma, Buys. So stay tuned. Look around. You can find one.
Just
Can
giving
you
them
just
out.
go get my one of one back for me?
No, that's not how that works.
I haven't even looked at the ones that I sent to people before the reveal. I really don't want to.
Dude, literally the freaking morning of reveal, I was like, I'm not going to go look. I'm fine. And I kid you not, like 4 people have DM'd me and been like, so sad to see your one of one. I'm like, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I missed the mint completely, and Prism just sent me one, which was good looks. And he's cool. He's a little purple archer guy. I dig
Nice.
it.
Tender.
Yeah.
I think I got a little archer guy too.
Prism, I don't have one yet.
I got you. Send me your wallet.
See, right there. That's what it's all about.
Thank you.
That's-
Immunity.
That's who I want to be. I want to be Prism in this situation. Here you go. Not like, oh, I need to go get 50. Like, that's cool.
You've been really having a revelation of greed and community and
Big time.
others the last 48 hours.
Yeah, it's real. I was going to tweet about it, but I was like, I don't need this to be content. This is just like what I'm learning right now. Doesn't have to be
content now.
It was really cute to see everyone just like, oh, here, you didn't get a nape. Here you go. I was like, oh my gosh, so kind.
Yeah, that was really cool. I love it.
There is one of the AIRDROP steady lads that I really, really want, and I bid on it, and I don't think they're gonna give it to me.
What does it look like?
He has a chain and a beard
With the AIRDROP hat on?
with the AIRDROP hat on. I'm like, this freaking steady lad is actually me.
Because when I didn't get any ones with the hat, and so when I saw one, I was like,
Same.
what is that? It looks like our hat. And then I click on it, and the trait says AIRDROP hat, and I was like,
I
no
died
fucking
laughing.
way.
Yeah, we were geeking out in our DM, like freaking.
We made
A
it, Mom.
derpy little spray paint idea came to life.
Fitz, do you have one with an AIRDROP trait?
I went and bought one.
Yeah, I think we all
Rawion got
Okay.
one.
Went and bought one.
I have one with a hat. If any of you 3 need one.
Yeah, I got one.
I had to. I thought about it and I was like, this price is probably going to go down, but I have to get this right now. I didn't even put a bid. I just was like, buy now, give it to me.
Yeah.
I don't even
Same.
care.
Yeah, I didn't even think to check like all of the ones with the hats. I was just like looking at the ones that were for sale, and I bought one that I thought was cool. But there's one that's not for sale that I bid on, and I'm like, I need it.
It's impossible to find the owners of these things right now.
Right.
Yeah. I was
And
just
what's
about to say something like that. We should talk to Drew maybe about it, or someone for with friends or Byzantium. There's got to be a better way to communicate when a bid is placed to people. Like if they link to their wallet and there's Discord or something, like they get a DM or something. Because I feel like I've been trying to buy some of these specific NFTs.
Yes.
And I'm just like placing bids on them, and I'm like, I bet these people aren't checking in their wallet over to like bids on your collection things, and it's like, and I've been doing that the last like 15 minutes, and it's funny this conversation kind of went that way because I've been mad on mute placing bids and seeing that I got outbidded or bids rejected or stuff, and I'm like, wait,
Right. I mean, you can creep too, because it's like it's a blockchain. You can creep and go find which wallet's funded what, where, and what DNS names are in what accounts. But like,
it's a pain in the ass, though.
Like it's creepy. I don't know.
He's gonna go to
It does
chain
feel
office
like going
just to
through
figure that
someone's
out.
just like personal information. Like, let me look at your receipt book.
Right.
Have no shame. Go for it.
Go for it. I do wish there was a DM feature on
Same.
Gamma or somewhere.
Yeah,
where it's like you can just DM. Like,
they rolled
bro,
that out
I want this.
They rolled that out on Etherscan recently, and it's pretty easy to get in touch with people.
Oh, it's so nice.
Longstreet, how's France?
Oh my god, you guys, it's rather incredible. I mean, I'm on summer vacation, so anything I'd be doing right now would be extra fantastic because it was one hell of a year. Like, first year back after COVID. I've got 2 young kids, and I'm running a high school music program and trying to do things on Stacks. So it was a crazy year. So it was just a hard run up to this, the planning and everything. So now we're here, just enjoying it. The food is amazing. Like, it's everything that you guys know about France. Like, the wine is good, the cheese is good, the bread is good. The sun, we're at a super like northern latitude, and we're right near the June 21st, so it's like the days are super long. So it's just now sunset. The air is cool. It's not too hot. We're staying in a place that's like 300 years old, and there's stone shit everywhere and old like ancient hinged doors. So it's kind of a dream come true. It's pretty special.
So you guys are up in like the countryside?
4 hours west of Paris in the Loire Valley. So south of Normandy, not quite on the coast by Brittany, but yeah, 4 hours west.
Just casual. I picture Longstreet just hair flipping with every sentence. Yes, 4 hours. Paris.
Rolling the grounds in my linen shirts. I'm literally doing that right now, but that's not a joke. I wish I could FaceTime with you all right now. It's just like ridiculously gorgeous. And we met some of the owners. So we got kind of lucky. We just got this place on Airbnb, but it happens to be on a 200-acre legit chateau, like with this orangery and a moat and all this other crazy stuff. They've got a moat. It's crazy.
Keeps the nights at
bay. And in Le Mans, there's a town nearby where there's this really famous like vintage sports car festival this weekend. And so there's a lot of like older French dudes driving really nice old cars everywhere. So that worked out well.
Nice.
We're gonna be here for 5 weeks. And then
what's on the agenda? What are you doing? You're gonna relax, obviously, hardcore.
You got to top each week. How do you do that?
Yeah, I don't know if it's possible.
It's gonna be a blend because I've also been just kind of having to put off a couple of Stacks projects. So every now and then, especially now that we're kind of adjusting to the time, I'm able to make a little bit of time for editing photos and working on music for Project Indigo and some other things too. So it's going to be a good week, I think, coming up. Might be a couple weeks. Have you ever noticed how everything on Stacks happens next week, but actually it doesn't?
Literally, yes.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, so there's some things happening, and I'll be doing projects, but we're going to go see some castles and take the kids on walks and maybe do some wine tasting. But, no expectations really. It's just a lot of relaxing and being with the family. My kids are 3 and 19 months, so my time with them is super precious. So whatever, like they're first, and anything that happens with them is golden.
I love that.
Yeah, I heard the wine is 0 calories too. Longstreet.
It's Good. Okay. Everything
You
I'm
know how
having is
big
0
fuzzy
calories.
Cheese, wine, and cigarettes are bad for you in Europe, is what I've heard.
They're gonna roll him off the plane. Did you enjoy your stay in France?
I get back. No, but yeah, I missed the. You guys started a while ago, so what did I miss?
We talked about Steady Lads. Talked about what else we talk about?
Steady.
Yeah, EOM
VR
is
stuff.
EOM is building cool things for parrots. Talked about Greedy and Prism, which is just giving away NFTs
Like a boss.
and
Don't
we're just
get
happy
greedy.
that you're here.
Yeah, thanks. What's this thing EOM is doing with the birds?
The gallery. Have you not seen the gallery? He's the only one that hasn't seen it, yo. I'm just kidding.
Oh no.
That's Stacks Parrots. What's the website?
Yeah, so yeah, if you hit the stackspirits.com and there's a video, just a little preview of what we're building there. You just check it out.
Ammonium or two. What's the summer looking like? Prism, you got a new place, is that right?
Couple weeks. Can't wait.
Nice.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I'll finally have my setup again and feel like I've got all the things I need to actually get things done.
How come you've had to put like things in storage and do this little change?
I've had a long few years. Before COVID, the fall before COVID, I took a job in Chicago, and I moved to Chicago, and it was wintertime. It was really dead there, and then everything was in lockdown, like complete lockdown. Couldn't go anywhere but the grocery. I was 15 minutes from the border, but you couldn't drive unless you were going to the grocery. So anytime I wanted to head home, I was risking, a ticket and all that. So after a year, decided that was not the best situation. So bounced around a little bit, lived out in Denver for a few months at an Airbnb, went down to Tampa for a few months, signed a lease again back in Cincinnati to move back home. And
back to the motherland.
Yeah, and that was back in November. And here I am, still waiting for that thing to be built. So I found another place, and I move in a month, and I couldn't be happier.
Nice.
Are you putting your guitars up on the wall?
I'll have them, absolutely. So we need to do something then.
My wife was sponsored by Taylor Guitars for a while, and I've been like playing guitar my whole life. So we've both spent our entire lives like collecting great guitars, and I had space before I met her, and so when we moved in together, it was like I could get rid of everything, but I couldn't get rid of my guitars. So like that was like the one thing that we didn't get rid of, and so like we stored a couple here and there, but like we have way too many guitars between the two of us. But it's really collection. But that's like the number one thing is like, I got to get the guitars up on the wall.
Yeah,
guitar collection.
I keep one on the wall.
Same.
I've got two on the wall, so there's that.
Yeah.
Got us.
Got him. Yep.
Yeah.
It's like a battleship.
Can we hang our guitars on the wall of our Stacks Parrot gallery?
Yeah, in our gallery.
You know what? You got to mint it.
Somebody needs to make that an NFT project.
Yep.
So, question: has anyone here heard of the Hexverse BTC game built on Unreal Engine, like the racing game?
No.
Oh.
So, I will
Drop a link.
drop a link.
Drop a
One sec.
link.
It'll be there in a second. But I'm
Drop
seeing
a link.
VR, virtual world, It looks like set in Miami style,
Set in Miami.
but with Bitcoin and stack stuff all over the walls, which is also the case in Miami sometimes. So.
Can we go to Faena? See that mammoth, the golden mammoth.
All right, dropped it in the general. So I was curious if anyone knew them, or I mean, it's pretty sweet. Like it looks pretty sweet. I'm kind of keeping an eye on them and waiting to hear more. They just kind of tease some videos, and I'm assuming it might just, there might be pretty minimal on-chain activity in the game, but maybe owning it. I haven't heard anything, but I'm assuming it's just like the assets you own and give some extra access or rewards in the game or funneled back on chain or something.
Dang,
but
that's cool.
Excited for it. And at least it looks cool if they're able to. It seems as if already they've done quite a bit. But I'm not an Unreal developer. I heard it's pretty easy to spin up stuff if you know what you're doing. So
yeah, there's a lot of assets.
Until we get to play it, and actually see everything, then we'll talk.
Yeah, it looks like it's on Oculus. Like they have Oculus functionality with it. But if you got to teleport everywhere, I'm out. That like weird teleport movement that they're doing.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. I was like, blink, blink, blink.
Wink, wink, bark, 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 bark. Let me slide around.
Yeah, it looks like there's some work to be done. But yeah, so I've seen them post, and I have no idea who's behind that.
That's a problem, man. It's like, that's a cool project. Why do none of the people in this room right now know about it or like know who's behind it? That seems silly, considering who's in this room right now. You know,
it's true. It's true.
It must be some anon that we know with another name. Probably. I would assume so. Like Stacks is so small still.
Okay.
July 15th is coming quick.
Hexverse.btc, the Hexverse BTC, the Twitter page, their Twitter's got 99 followers. So it's like, no wonder why we haven't heard about it. We need to everybody follow. Who knows?
Yeah. I think it's small and most of us know each other, but there's still like pockets of people elsewhere that don't know a lot of the folks who are very active in the community.
That's true. Just a hermit developer somewhere. Like, oh, yeah, I'm building Miami, and everyone can come hang out.
I mean, it's all open source, and as long as they read the forum, they might not talk or interact on Twitter or Discord, but they might just like read the forums and read the news and build stuff. So
you can get fairly far without interacting with people. Because of the way the blockchain stuff's done. It's once you start making those connections that things really start blossoming for you. So who knows where this will go when people start reaching out.
With any of this metaverse stuff or gaming stuff, going into it, you just have to know that it's not done. You're along for the ride. So during this market, I don't know. I feel like you've got to build that following before you plan your release.
Yes.
Yep. Users don't come out of thin air, and you can't incentivize them out of thin air either.
Yeah. Well, it's a great time to be building anyway. It sucks. My wife came in this morning and asked how we're doing as far as like all the crypto stuff go, and I'm like, do you really want to go down this trip right now? Like, how you feeling good? So it's like,
but I was just thinking about this today. Like, it is really hard to be in this bear market, but at the same time, like, we all know what is possible on Stacks. And if you want to buy and participate in the NFT space, you're going to be spending Stacks. So, up on them.
Yep.
The price is so low. Did I get any of your pieces today in the swap?
Yeah, who was
I
on
think
the
we.
swap?
I wasn't.
I
I
wasn't.
wanted to, but then I got busy.
Yeah, I've been in the car all day. I haven't been able to.
I tried to join, but I think it was already happening.
I want to do one. I just am never
The
never timely on it.
It's a real slick. Yeah, it's a slick thing. I think a lot of the times, like it's really low price, kind of oddball NFTs that are getting swapped around. So not a lot of like big ticket things that people are working with. But I think if people coordinate ahead of time and say like, "Hey, I'm gonna bring some Crash Punks," and I put like some I put a grafter in there, townsfolk, some photography stuff. So I had some good things to offer.
I'm just kind of ready for 24 hours, or just, I guess, for me personally, in my evening hours of Neo Swap parties, because it seems like they're always like in the morning. I'm in Mountain Time, so like I do a lot of my NFT. Granted, Friday's a little an exception, but I would be much more like want to hop on there and get rid of them and talk to people and try to swap some if it was like 7, 8 at night, just during my day versus like when I'm usually doing stuff working wise, like, between 7 a.m. and 5 p.m.
Yeah.
And I think I don't know where they're based. I think they might be in Europe. They might be on the East Coast as well, but they seem to always stop, I think, like, right, usually 5 p.m. Eastern time is the last one, right? I think. Up until this point, I know they'll do different times and continue. That's just been why I've never been able to hop on.
Do they have plans to turn that into something more autonomous?
Yes,
Yeah.
they do. Oh, I've been in a couple. My biggest problem with those, I love them, but they take a bite out of time. Like, you're talking like half hour upwards sometimes. And then it's just like, man, sometimes I don't have that kind of time, and I would love to join those things. And just kind of, if they were a little bit more autonomous, that would be so sweet.
Longer chunk of time where you would bounce on in the morning, or maybe like 24 hours. Like you had 24 hours.
Yeah.
Put your stuff up
I
there.
like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, same.
I guess a lot changes in 24 hours in the crypto world, but yeah, I could see that.
And you can arrange with that person that's in there, if there's a specific time, if you guys want to hop on an audio call within that 24-hour segment, just be like, hey, does 4 p.m. Eastern work for you? Like, yeah, right. Let's make sure we get the contract or have a DM feature or something in there. I know they will, and I've talked. John has mentioned that they have lots of plans, but very early stages now. It'll be fun once that's.
Well, if it's a longer time period, like people could see, like if you could, every hour have a bot send out like, this is what's up for sale in this current cycle, because then you may not be interested, but if maybe something comes up and you're like, oh, I'm curious about that.
Especially within collection, especially within collection communities or like communities like this, within the airdrop community, that would be fun.
Yeah,
because I definitely would be more inclined to like give some of you guys my NFTs for cheap versus just randomly. Back on greed and generosity, full circle here, I guess.
Full circle.
I'll let at one of the NeoSwap parties, I let a marbling NFT go like super cheap, and then as soon as I did, like we were on a Twitter Spaces, and I think Eli was on there, and he was talking about somebody got it really cheap and could be easily flip it, and I was just like, "Hey, come on, man! It's not what you did."
Not how that works.
We do it for the culture, man. For the culture.
Yeah.
For the culture.
I don't want to trigger a mass exodus, but I do got to bail. So it's really fun.
This is about.
Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Yeah, this is a good one.
This is so good. I enjoyed just listening to you, everybody.
Yeah,
really great.
I enjoy it too. I had to I got my kids to bed. It's like 11? It's 10 o'clock right now in France. So kids are sleeping during happy hour.
Right on.
Pulling the gardens in my linen shirt.
The life.
Wine, snack and cheese.
Hope I can check in with you guys next week too. It's always a bonus when I can say hi and hear your voices.
For sure.
Same. All right, folks. I'm going to turn off Craig the bot and upload this to YouTube. Thanks, everybody,
Sounds
for
good.
hanging out. And thanks for dropping in.
Yeah.
All right. Take care.
Ciao.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye. And I got to find how to do this bot. Bot, turn it off. Bless, features, join, recordings, stop. That's what it is.
Nice. All right. We